Hi, I'm Dr. Elliot Adam from ElliotOracle.com. I'm also the author of the award winning Fearless Tarot and Tarot in Love, Consulting the Cards in Matters of the Heart. Both books are available from Llewellyn Books. They're available online, and they make a wonderful holiday gift for the tarot lover in your life. It is time for this week's Oracle reveal. Yesterday on my social media, I placed up a photo of three different animals, and I asked you to use your intuition and just ask yourself which animal seems to be calling to you, because that animal has your message today. And the three animals were the chameleon, the bear, and the fox. So if you're just joining me now, ask yourself which animal seems to be calling to you, because that animal has your message. So, for those of you who picked the chameleon is the animal that's able to blend in, change its color. It's a master of camouflage. And what the chameleon could be for you this week is to be conscious of not only your environment and how you're adapting to it, how you're maybe fitting into that environment or harmonizing with it, but I also find that the ability of the chameleon to change their coloring is kind of akin to us changing our moods, changing the color of our mood, instead of just kind of unconsciously going through the motions. So I feel like for chameleons, anyone who's picked the chameleon this week, you want to be really conscious of what is the color of my mood right now? And am I just unconsciously acting out a mood without being aware of what I'm projecting, what's coming out? And also the harmonizing, the blending in with the surroundings of the chameleon. It just indicate that this is a time for you to harmonize with your environment or to find that way to be in some sort of symbiosis with it. First card for chameleon is where is it best for you to place your focus this next week? And we get the Three of Cups, which is long associated with charisma. And charisma is that magical energy that can make people like you. And some people have loads more of it than other people, but charisma is something that we all can work on increasing in our lives. Sometimes charisma can also just be a consciousness of what am I announcing with my energy with other people? When I'm done interacting with people, are they feeling better? Are they feeling more uplifted? Or are they feeling more drained? And conversely, when people are around you, what is their energy affecting you with? How are you feeling after that interaction? It's so important that you aren't adding to the toxicity of the environment around you when the Three of Cups comes up, but that you're using your personal levels of charisma to raise the energy up. So again, with chameleon this week, it's like be very conscious of that energy that you're projecting. Charisma is that magical thing that can get other people to open a door for you. And it's amazing what a little kindness can do. It's amazing what a smile can do. It's amazing what warmth can do when we're kind to others, when we're really inviting them in, when we're appreciative of them. That is all examples of using personal charisma to elevate the energy around you. Next is going to be advice from your inner wisdom this next week. We got the Ace of Swords. Now, aces in the tarot, they're really good to get, and they're just the yes cards. They're like, yes, go for it. And in the case of the Ace of Swords, this is a week where you really want to take the bull by the horns and you really just want to take charge. You really want to take your power back. And part of your power being taken back is also about how you're harmonizing with that environment around you. This could also be a time when you're stepping into leadership or when other people are looking to you to take the lead or to take responsibility for something. But I just feel that there's a very projective sort of energy coming up for you this next week, and that you really want to embody that, that you want to be a bit more assertive. You want to put yourself out there a little bit more. And also, aces are just great cards for new beginnings. So if you're thinking of starting something new, restarting something in your life with a little bit of charisma, this is the time to do it. And then finally, the mythic archetype that's going to help you if you pick the chameleon is Aphrodite, goddess of love herself. And I think there could be no more charismatic goddess than Aphrodite. She could be coming up for you to say, again, it's all about how are you making other people feel? How are you blending into or harmonizing with the energy that's going on around you? Instead of stamping your foot and expecting everyone else to get on board with what you want, this could be a time to work toward harmony, cooperation, and yes, even love. Aphrodite is the goddess of love. So I just feel like this is a week to open your heart, to use your charm and charisma, and to really let yourself shine. But it's also a week where those personal interactions and that energy that you're bringing to all those personal interactions is going to be so important. Next, we're going to go into the bear animal spirit. And bear on this card, I love it. He's actually hibernating at this time. So sometimes bear is that animal that encourages you to take a step back, to hibernate. To maybe sometimes if something's not moving fast enough for us, or we want to see something progress in our lives, maybe instead of forcing that thing, it's time to just relax. It's time to let that bake a little bit in the oven before taking it out. And so, bear is that quality of patience and that reminder that everything has its season. And if you're experiencing a metaphorical winter time right now, this could be a time when you're really recharging your batteries. You're really kind of getting back into that place of feeling centered. And also, the bear, it goes into the womb, the cave of the earth, and it hibernates there, it slumbers. So, this could be a time as well where you're retreating, where you're really accessing again that deeper wisdom. First card for bear is where is it best for you to place your focus this next week? We have another ace and the ace of coins. And the Ace of Coins is a card of new opportunities. If you look this book up in a book, a tarot book, an online reference, a lot of times the keywords associated with the Ace of Pentacles is like a new job, a new opportunity. And I just feel for the bear, maybe something slumbering in your professional life. Maybe there's something that you still want to aspire to do. And this is a card that's saying it's all germinating beneath the surface. It's still going to happen if you want it to. And this could be a marker that's really saying, look toward 2025, because this could be a time when you're really resetting yourself on a professional level. A lot of people associate pentacles or coins with money, and it can mean that. But for me, coins can also represent your sense of value, your sense of self-worth, your sense of worthiness. And so this could be a year that you're stepping into where you claim that worthiness, that you believe in that worthiness as well, even if something seems like it's slumbering for now. The next card is going to be some advice from your inner wisdom if you picked the bear. And we got the Seven of Wands reversed, which can sometimes indicate that you're needing to release a resentment or a chip on your shoulder, or you're needing to switch around the narrative you're telling yourself. If you're waking up every day and saying, well, I can't have Ace of Pentacles, I can't have Ace of Coins, I don't have new opportunities because it never works for me, and I'm so unlucky with money, or this is always bad. Well, that's Seven of Wands reversed energy. It's like you're shaking your fist at the world at how unfair it is. And all the while, precious moments are going by where you could be shifting the energy and you're just giving into a weakness, a sense of like defeatism. And these are self-fulfilling prophecies. The more you tell yourself that narrative, the more that becomes your reality. And I love to think of wands in the tarot. They're like magic wands. And we have to be careful with the spells that we're casting in our lives. We have to be careful with what we say, what we speak out into the universe, because that has reverberations well into the future. And so if you're trying to get on a new track, if you're trying to take advantage of this new opportunity, it really does come from that sense of self-worth and self-esteem that says, you know what, I can succeed because I do deserve it. And I do know what I'm doing. And maybe I got a little work to do, but I can make this happen for myself. I believe in myself. So I just feel like this is going to be a really pivotal time where some realizations about your own self-worth and worthiness are really bubbling to the surface again. And the mythic archetype that could help you with this is Chiron. You know, Chiron's the centaur, he's the healer. And in the astrology chart, he's the little key symbol if you have the asteroids, added in on your astrology chart. But what Chiron will show in your astrology chart is where is your wound? What is it that needs to be healed? And so Chiron, maybe if you're into astrology or you want to look this up, maybe find out where your Chiron is. Maybe get some illumination into where is your wound. What house is Chiron in? Is it in the house of money? Or is it in the house of reputation or secret sorrow, self-undoing, all of that? This could be a time where you really identify, okay, what needs to be healed? And what is the narrative that I'm needing to heal? What do I need to shift with my perspective about myself this next week? It's really amazing what starts to happen when you start to affirm yourself, when you start to believe in what you can do. It totally shifts the energy. So I feel like the challenge for you this next week, if you pick the bear, is to come up with a new narrative. And then finally, we have the clever fox or the foxy fox. And if you're attracted to fox, I mean, I love the foxes on here. They're playing. They're really playful. They're very curious animals, but they're also known for their cunning, their intelligence, their ability to solve a problem, and to kind of sneak by certain barriers that are set up in their way. They're just very crafty at that. And so, if you're attracted to fox this next week, this could be a time of outwitting your obstacles and outsmarting the things that feel like blockages for you. First card for Fox is where is it best for you to place your focus this next week? And we get the King of Wands. And the King of Wands for me is the survivor of the tarot. He's the self made king. He's the king that isn't born a king. He isn't born royal. He's a soldier, and he has to work his way through the army and work his way up until he proves himself as the King of Wands. And so, if you're attracted to the King of Wands, this could be a week for you where you're really trusting in your own competency, your own abilities, and that you're really also knowing that you can go the distance with this thing. You might have to outwit or outfox some of the obstacles in front of you, but you can persevere whenever the King of Wands appears. And sometimes the King of Wands can also be the wise counselor of the tarot. He can indicate that this is a great time for you to reach out for wise counsel. You could get a lot of support here that can really help your situation. Next is going to be advice from your inner wisdom. And look at that. We have the Queen of Wands, his wife here. And I don't know one person who doesn't love the Queen of Wands in the tarot. I'm sure there's some negative naysayer out there who's like, I hate the Queen of Wands, because I'm so, original in my thoughts. But the Queen of Wands is that sort of personality that just shines. She's just got that it factor. When she walks in the room, heads turn. She also isn't afraid of claiming or owning that space in the spotlight and really just allowing herself to project what makes her magical. And I was saying earlier, wands for me in the tarot, they are like magic wands. And here we got the king and the queen of the suit. And so I feel for you that this next week is going to be so important if you're picking the fox to also claim your magic, reclaim that direction in your life, and balance maybe that masculine and feminine polarity within yourself. A lot of times we vilify one and lean into the other. And the tarot teaches us that both are necessary. We need both aspects within ourselves. We need to honor both of those parts of us because we all have masculine and feminine attributes within, and also gender neutral ones. And so it's so important that we're really holding space for all of that. But I also just feel like shine, take your power, step into the thing that really makes you shine this next week. And partnerships, collaborations, when we see the king and the queen together, that's going to be really important this next week too. And the mythic archetype that's going to help you this next week is Persephone, holding her pomegranate there. Persephone is the goddess of the underworld. She's the queen of the underworld, but she's also the goddess of spring. And what she represents is endings, but also new beginnings. And I feel like Persephone is saying, look toward the spring for something really wonderful to be born. I also feel like look toward the spring for some sort of magic to feel harmonized in your own life. Maybe a really important partnership is going to be coming in. Maybe there's some sort of collaboration that's going to be very significant for you. But I feel like there is this dead energy, something that's been stagnant that's going to reawaken in time. And I just feel like the spring is going to be super exciting for you. So it's important to just stay optimistic, stay tuned, keep it positive, and know that you're going to survive all the trials by fire before then. And that is this week's Oracle. I do hope you enjoyed it. If you do like my oracles, please do give the video a thumbs up, share it with a friend, subscribe. It really helps this positive tarot community grow. And also, if you're interested in a tarot reading with me one on one, those are available on my website, elliotoracle.com. And for the holidays, I also have some gift codes available or even gift certificates that make the perfect gift for the holidays. So it's a wonderful, unique gift to give other people as well. Otherwise, that's all my housekeeping. I will see you again here next week, so do take care.